Hi Aries, this is your general tarot reading for Aries Sun, Moon and Ascendant or Rising sign for the month of February 2018. So how are you? As two cards fall on the floor here, hold on. Wait, I have to get these now and it's after falling in a very awkward way, hold on. Yeah. I'm getting old now. When I bend down to pick the cards up, I'm making noises. So the Three of Swords. When I said, how are you? Three of Swords. A little bit of heartache and heart trouble. Page of Pentacles was the second card we pulled. So I'm going to keep shuffling until we have all the cards that we need for the grand overview. Another card. It's the Hermit. Yeah, so it's going to be it's going to be a great month really for you guys, because it does open up with that feeling of success that you're beginning to experience now with the transition of Saturn at Christmas into your house of career and success. You're slowly beginning to feel it, and it's something to celebrate. It's something to celebrate. The card of celebrations and victory pops out. This is the Six of Wands. And it does feel like that. There are little victories. The things that you're putting out there are being seen. They're being watched. The people that matter are seeing them. And you're getting a little bit of recognition back from it, which can be a little bit scary it can be a little bit scary and overburdened, which is the card of being overburdened, the Ten of Wands. Yeah. Another card leaping out literally. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, the success and little victories at the beginning feel like a bit of a burden, because it's been a while, Aries, since you've had a little bit of success. So when you actually start to do the work between January and February, and people are paying attention, you're like, I wasn't expecting this. People are actually liking what I'm doing. I better do this a bit better. I better polish it up and clean it up. So it does feel like a bit of a burden, but it's one that you're really prepared to carry, because success is all for you in the next while. It's going to be a long time sitting there with you, and you're going to have that time to build and develop these successful ventures that you're going on. Next thing we have is the Queen of Swords. Again, a couple of more cards. This card, I honestly think this card just loves appearing. It's in every reading, last month, this month. It likes being here. It's the Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, what a nice energy to begin February with. Romance, love, happiness, laughter, feeling like you're on the crest of the wave. All you need is somebody to stick a crown on your head and just call you dandy, and then you are ready for February. That's the energy. I mean, that's gorgeous, Aries. Gorgeous. What else have we going on? We've a lot of activity in your 11th house this month in February. And that is to do with social media, teams, groups of people, sports teams that you associate with, any groups that you feel a strong connection with. Also humanitarian issues. In this moment where you're achieving a little bit of success, and people always say, oh, success for Aries, can it be any more about them? They're all about me. Why does it have to be now more about them? Well, it is all about you, and so it should be. But even though it is all about you, February is going to be showing you the other side. Them, the people that are out there that are probably struggling a little bit, less fortunate, charities. You might be very interested in subscribing to a philosophy or an ideal that supports people who are struggling. Because you're not really all about you, Aries. That's just an awful myth that gets perpetuated. I mean, you look at some of the great thinkers. Two cards, sorry, the one hidden there. I think that came out first. the Chariot, and then the 10 of Pentacles. You're not really all about you, Aries, despite what everybody would kind of like you to believe. You look at famous people like Leonardo da Vinci, Descartes, or any other great famous Aries. It wasn't all about them. They were building things for other people. They worked hard and made themselves successful, as a bunch of cards just fall down. But they were actually using their energy, all about them, to make something better for other people. Now I have to get these cards. Hold on, Aries. So again, that's something that a lot of people forget to take into account when they say Aries are just all about them. It's not true. The 2 of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and we actually have a bunch of other cards that came out here that are more cards than we need, but I'm going to read them anyway. We have the Emperor, ta-da, the Aries card, the Magician, nice mercurial card. We have the 3 of Wands. Yeah, we have the 2 in your real spread there. We have the Ace of Pentacles, money, money, money. The Ace of Wands, passion. And we have, she's just leaping and jumping, see, upside down, back to front, jumping, leaping. This is you. This is your energy, Aries. The Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to lay all of those down there, organize the cards, Aries, and then see what's going on. Yeah, so there's so much going on for you guys. It's just incredible. But let's have a look at the cards. Move, 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 Aries. Let's go, let's go. Now, I asked you, how are you feeling? And you get this card, the 3 of Swords. So what's going on, Aries? You're feeling in February at the beginning of the month a little bit tired in your heart, heart-worn, and often heartbroken. Now, what is it that can break your heart? Something could go very wrong in terms of love. Usually the traditional meaning of this card is somebody getting in between you and your lover, a third party perhaps. Sometimes it can also mean there's a distance between you and your lover, a physical distance. Maybe they're being called away to work, or maybe somebody is demanding too much time of either you or your love that sets them as a wedge between the two of you. Essentially, it's a wedge between you and your lover during the month of February, which is quite an unusual card to get, considering after the lunar eclipse on the 31st of January, it'll be all about joy, romance, humour, creativity and pleasure and all those nice things. So what went wrong? Let's discover what happened at the very beginning of the month. Here we have the Apprentice, somebody who is trying to build something financially. They're a learner. They have the L plates on the back of their jacket because they're only beginning to discover a whole world where they're finding both their purpose and a way to make money. So could the thing that comes between you and your lover at the beginning of February be your work, or the thing that you're passionate about? Here we also have the energy of Earth, which is Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo. Perhaps it's that Earth energy which is causing a little bit of heartbreak at the start of the month. Is there an Earth person who is spending just a little bit too much time, demanding a little bit too much from you or your lover, and taking energy away from love? It seems to me that the communication, number 3, communication, that's the 3rd house, the communication can go very wrong at the beginning of the month over an argument to do with money, or somebody who wants to begin a trade or a skill or develop their passion for something. It's possibly you, Aries, because you're now on this upward curve towards the crest of the success that's coming to you. And maybe your lover, there'll be a bit of a fight, bit of bad communication between the two of you because you're putting so much energy into your new purpose in life. Either way, whatever this situation is, it comes and it goes. You won't feel heartbroken or let down or disappointed for long. Okay, Aries? It will pass. And interestingly, I'm recording these videos in January, and my first question was, how do you feel now? And that came out. So perhaps this is already done with. It's already finished by the time we get into February, because you may be feeling a little bit heartbroken in January, or traditionally it's heartbroken, but it feels more to me like you've a heavy heart because you've always got this grand big vision, which people don't often give you credit for. You have a grand big vision of your future, and it usually is very, very optimistic. And if you're met by very earth energy, which is, come down to earth, let's see the tangible results, show me the figures, show me the numbers, that can weigh very heavy on your heart right now. So we'll just say we won't get very bogged down with that, Aries, because the energy in February is far lighter and far more fun and expressive and joyful than that. So goodbye to that. And then where are we, Aries? We have the Hermit. This is a really good card for you because we know mid-February you'll have Venus sitting in the 12th house, which is that sense of longing for something deeper in your life, a deeper wisdom, a deeper truth. And the Hermit supplies all that. He is somebody who is able, with confidence and optimism, to hold his truth up and cast his light over everything around him to see if it fits his new version of reality or not. He is the one who puts things under scrutiny because he is also represented by Virgo. We've two cards, two essences here talking about feeling like you're under scrutiny. And yet beside this we have little victories. So I'm going to tie this in with this new success that you're beginning to feel. You're developing your ideas. You have a sense that your career is about to take off. You're building your empire. You've sensed the achievement and you've been rewarded in some small way already by February for this. And yet, it's almost like you're being watched. Somebody, be it yourself or somebody else, is casting a light over this project or something that you're doing and counting the numbers, watching the details, getting into the fine ins and outs of what's happening. So it's quite an interesting thing, balancing little victories with also observing the finer details. On another level, this is Virgo. Perhaps Virgo, or somebody with a strong earthy Virgo influence, is watching over you in a protective way while you're beginning your journey towards success. So that's a very, very nice affirmation to get, that there's a sense that somebody older, wiser, smarter, somebody with more knowledge or more wisdom than you is helping you or guiding you in some way towards these successes. Let's not forget this could also be related to your intuition. There are deep thoughts and deep connections to the occult and wanting to feel completely in tune with the hidden side of things. So perhaps you're channeling a great deal of information from this 12th house energy where Venus is going to be sitting there mid-month. And you'll be able to surprise people by the things that you do. They say, how did you manage that? How did you know that? How did you figure all that out? And you'll be rewarded for knowing these things, but yet not realizing that this deep, great wisdom is coming from a very enlightened place. I get the sense, Aries, that you're feeling a great renaissance, that great enlightenment is happening, particularly in your career, but generally in your life. A rebirth, a new truth, a new way of, a new source of information, a new way to find guidance and, how would you say it? It's a new way to source guidance and insight into your world. Now here we did say, when the success comes, how will you feel? You'll feel a little bit overwhelmed and overburdened by that, Aries. Yeah, it's okay, but you're well able to carry that. It's a burden that you're prepared to carry. In these moments, it might be wise to take a couple of steps back, even to delegate, to ask friends, family, co-workers for a little bit of help, because if you do get a little bit overwhelmed by your work, you might get a bit tired and you've too much to do, too many good places to go to and too many things to aspire to in order to fall at the first fence. So if you are feeling tired, like I said, ask for help and realize that the burdens you're carrying, you can drop them at any time. Really, you can. But you do have the responsibility. You do understand that you have to hold these burdens in order to be a success. Just don't let them break your back, baby. Don't let those burdens get far too heavy. And then what's beside that is the Seven of Pentacles, which is realizing that the burdens you're carrying are part of a long-term investment into your future, into your sense of purpose. You're prepared for this. You know it's going to be hard work. You know it's going to take time, and you know that you have to be, patient, which is something that people say Aries don't have, which again is a bit of a myth. You like things to happen fast. You love speed and quickness and movement. You're drawn to it, but it doesn't mean that you don't have actual patience to see a project through and to watch it grow and develop. And once you do that and get into that energy of being like the farmer who watches the seeds grow slowly into a harvest, then you will be in the right frame of mind for that success, Aries. And then what happens? We have the Queen of Swords. Now she's a tough woman. She is represented by Libra, by Gemini, and also by Aquarius. And I think here she's really talking about the solar eclipse that's happening in your 11th house, being motivated by the air sign of Aquarius. And this is, again, a deep connection with groups, societies, clubs, social media in particular. And she is reigning over this. She is in control. Are you trying to develop something on social media? Are you trying to promote something through a website or through some sort of multi-media system? If you're trying to do that and you're trying to put a point across very clearly, then the energy is completely with you, Aries, at this point. And she is cool, calm, collected. She has a clear mind with clear thoughts, but she also doesn't suffer fools gladly. I mean, look at her here. She's waving to the crowd. She's saying, hello, hello, like the queen, like the queen. But on the other hand, she's got the sword, which means I'm going to wave at you, but from a distance. If you come too close to me, then you might get this straight through the head, which isn't the most welcoming of energies, but at this point in time, this is the energy you need. You need to set a little bit of distance between you and groups of people. It's like seeing them from a very Aquarian point of view. Aquarians are able to love people, be warm with people, yet also be a couple of steps back. This would be the opposite of Cancerian energy or other water energy, where they're all about devotion and emotion and full of love and express that and blah, blah, blah. You'll be doing a bit of that at the start of the month, but as the month goes on, you'll become more detached and you'll see things more clearly, and you'll be able to judge things far better once you don't take things so personally, okay? Beside that is the Eight of Pentacles. Now, what is the Queen of Wands asked not to take so personally? She's saying, focus hard, focus deep on the work that you're doing. Master it, master yourself. Present yourself well and know what you're doing, know what you're talking about. Find your groove, find your little niche, your corner of the market that works for you, and focus only on that without being scattered. And once you do that and develop that and shape it into something very precious and very valuable, then your success will grow. But in order to do that, in order to have that focus, you've got the Queen here guarding you, saying, stand back. Anybody who wants to interfere with your work, they better back off. Anybody who wants to get too judgmental about what you're doing in your life right now, they better stand back. Anybody who's pulling or tearing or dragging out you or is demanding commitments or this or that, they all better stand the hell back, because Aries baby is focused and has got work to do. So you're being protected. That's two cards here, Aries, which suggests that you're being protected, a masculine and a feminine figure. So I also get the sense with the energies that are moving for you through the eclipses in February, that you'll get a sense of pulling your energies together, the higher power, the masculine, the feminine, and using their strength in some way as a form of protection. Remember, Aries, as if you could forget, you're all about being the warrior, and every warrior needs good soldiers and footmen and those who are prepared to protect as he goes in and does the hard work. Okay? And then what happens, Aries? Here we have the Chariot. This is a wonderful card because it talks about moving across the sky in a blaze of glory. It's victory all the way for you, baby. And what have you got beside it? Another card to confirm the very same thing. This is the Hero's card. You have completed something so big in your life when you decided to focus deeply on making your dreams come true, finding your talents and ambitions, finding your success. You will, like I said, move like a shooting star across the sky at great speed, which you'll be happy to hear because Aries like to do everything at great speed. But we also here have something we just spoke about a moment ago. The male and the female energies, masculine and feminine, essentially the two parts of ourselves, masculine, feminine, being drawn together, harnessed, and being brought in one clear direction. Remember, focusing on one clear direction and bringing that energy into your future and going with it. This is a victory. This is success for you in February, Aries. It's a wonderful, wonderful energy for you right now. I'm going to move the camera up here as we're talking. I mean, I'm reading these cards. We're coming to the last cards, and then remember, we have a bunch of cards here. A lot of you are probably saying, where's the love? There's a lot of pentacles, there's a lot of swords, there's a lot of wands and things like that, saying success, victory, hooray, that's wonderful. But what about love? The only card we had indicating love was one with a broken heart. I mean, what's going on? Essentially, the energy for February is so geared and focused towards you and your ability to reshape yourself and rebrand yourself into a figure of excellence, into somebody who produces something very praiseworthy and high quality that love doesn't really get much of a look in. However, at the start of the month, we know that there's a lot of fun, that there's a lot of creativity, joy. So you may just have a little bit of romance at the start of the month, but the energies aren't backing you right now to have a big grand love affair. I hope you're okay with that, Aries. I suspect you are, because you have bigger things right now to be looking at than love. Let me know. Tell me in the comments if you're okay with that. And I'm sorry if the only experience you're having of love right now is heartbreak. But you know what? If it is, baby, turn that into something positive. Turn it into a victory in the projects that you're doing, and just back away from love energy for this month anyway, okay? If that's all right. The last cards, again, really strong energies about cutting through in your life. There's a major breakthrough, a sudden spark of inspiration, what the solar eclipse mid-month is going to bring. Because it's Aquarian energy, it'll be a flash of lightning. And it will offer you the sword of truth. So as this month progresses, things will become clearer for you. Ideas will come quick, rapidly. It'll be so fast moving, which you will like, that you'll be able to run with it, and you'll feel the power behind you. You'll realize in February that it's all about cutting through and making a new life and a wonderful future for you. And beside that is the Two of Wands. Look at this guy. He's looking out into the horizon with the world in his hand. He has solid and secure truth in his hands. He has the staff of ambition, of movement, of energy, of desire. And he is desiring bigger and better, bigger horizons. And he's backed by the universe. The universe has got his back. So it's all about the bigger picture and cutting through the average ordinary shit in order for you to dream more and dream bigger, baby, okay? So let's talk quickly about these other cards that have come in. Money, the Queen of Wands, new ideas about how to attract money. February is going to be a big, big eye-opener for you. How money comes into your life. New ideas, new ways, new opportunities, and feeling confident in how to make money and how to feel more grounded in your world and in the things that you do. If you have projects going on at the moment, it'll almost be like an anchor comes down. You'll feel that they have gravitas, that they're beginning to take shape and have weight, okay? The Ace of Wands, fiery energy, moving ahead, no matter what anybody says or does. If anybody holds you back or has anything negative to say, particularly on social media, because there's a lot of energy for you this month on social media, you will feel that you have the courage, daring, boldness and strength to get over them. And if they don't go away, you can also use this club to hit them on the head with, if you feel like doing that. Maybe not. But then we have the Emperor, the Aries card, more energy. Where's your Mars? Your Mars is in the 9th house. Didn't we say big, broad visions? Having a whole new perspective, seeing the big picture, how it's going to be by the time you reach the final end. And here is Mars, the Martian Aries energy, giving you that strength to push through and have the energy to go forward. And then the Magician, so many avenues of opportunity. In February, Aries, you'll feel like doors are just opening left, right and centre. You remember when we started shuffling the cards were coming up, down, inside and out. That's because that's what it feels like. There is so much happening in February for you, so much to choose from, so many ways to go. But yet this card is also a divine card. This is Mercury. He's saying that I'm opening doors for you. Have a good long look inside those doors when I open them for you, because this is the time for opportunities to come. And don't ignore any door that's open. Don't ignore the door. That kind of rhymes. I don't know why I do that. I'm useless at stuff like that. Rhymes, poems, anything. But don't ignore the door. 3 of Wands. A progression from this card, the 2 of Wands, horizons, the 3 of cards. By the end of February, you'll feel even stronger again. Wow, what your purpose, where you're going, the mission that you're on is just going to keep growing and growing. It's going to have a snowball effect. It'll get bigger and bigger. I'm getting exhilarated even just feeling the energy from this. It's huge, Aries. It's huge. And finally, the Ace of Pentacles. Let's not forget what we have here. We have 3 ace cards, which are the universe opening up and pointing you. It's like a great big finger of God coming out and saying, this is your direction. Truth is your direction. Energy moving with bravery. You're going to have to be a bit brave, but you're good with that, Aries. Moving with bravery. And moving towards the thing that gives you a sense of purpose. This is the final card, and perhaps the most important one for you in February, Aries. Don't attempt to do any one single thing this month unless it is part of your true desire, your true ambition, your truth. If you feel energized by it, do it. If you feel that, oh, this is too much of a burden, I need so much energy, don't do it. If you feel something is true, do it. If you feel that you have to be a bit, go around the truth or try to tell people the nice thing, don't do it. Truth only. And if you are developing this beautiful new life that you're creating at the moment, don't for a moment put any energy into it unless you are fully and completely in tune with the energies of your own ambition. This is not another person's dream. This is not what you've been expected to do by these people, those people, blah, blah. This is your dream. And do not let anybody change that. Do not let anybody talk you out of it. And do not let anybody steer you away from it. From the heart, baby. From the heart. Aries, that was a good reading. And enjoy the beginning and the end and the middle of February, because it's just all so fantastic for you and so full of drive, energy and ambition to make all your dreams, your real dreams, not other people's dreams, your dreams, to make them come true. Aries, if this is the first time watching my videos, then please subscribe. You can like and share or join me on Facebook. And I'd like you to come back again to see how this unfolds. I'm really interested because I love your energy. I want to know how this goes next month. So come back and let's share that story. And I'm going to leave you with a great big kiss for luck, because Aries, you're on a very deep and wonderful journey. And I really wish you every victory and success with it. A big kiss. Mwah. Love you, Aries. Bye.